Okay, so we're going to do the homework today. Notice this is Thursday's homework in 28, 29, and 30. Okay, so in 28 it says I have 20. The original expression is 20 plus 8y minus 9y minus 21. And I'm going to tell you, if you're not paying attention, there is no way you can get this right. They have all different kinds of ways that they are going to try and trick you. Okay, so here we go. If I'm of course in each one you are actually distributing. In all of them, you have parentheses, so you're distributing them. Okay, so in this first one, I have 2 times 10, okay, and that's 20. Sounds good. 2 times 4y, that's 8y. Sounds good. Okay, now 2 times negative 7y, is that going to be negative 9y? Am I multiplying or am I adding? Okay, I mean, if this is outside the parentheses, that's 2, right? I should be multiplying. Am I getting the right answers there? Okay, how about here? I have, in the second one, 2 times 10, I get 20. 2 times 5y, I get 8y. I'm feeling really good. Okay, so now I have negative 3 times negative 3y. Remember that negative has to stay with that 3. So negative 3 times negative 3y, what will that be? Is that going to be positive or negative? I have two signs that are not the same. If the signs are not the same, are they positive or negative? How about negative 3 times negative 7? If I have a negative times a negative, will I get that negative 21? What are the rules? A negative times a negative is what? If the signs are the same, do they get along? Okay, you need to remember that. I go to the third one, okay? 4 times 5, 20. Okay, I'm feeling good. 8y, okay? Again, the first two terms seem to work out fine. 5 times, remember outside of parentheses is time, times negative 5y. Is that 9y? I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm multiplying 4 times negative 5. Would I get negative 9? Would that be multiplying or adding? Okay, so I want to pay great attention there. In the last one, I'm looking at 4 times 5, 20. 4 times 2y is 8y. Notice in all of them, I'm getting the same first two things. If I just stop at those first two terms, I am not going to be successful. And the next part I have again, negative 3. So negative 3 times negative 3y. Okay, a negative times a positive. Am I getting a negative? Would that be negative 9y? Okay, and a negative times a positive again. Negative 3 times 7. What am I getting? Am I getting negative 21? So those are the decisions I have to make. I'm looking at 29, okay? 29 has a lot of words. There is a table there and lots of words. So I have taken the words out of the problem, so it's much easier for us to figure out what is really true about Nelson's chance of getting his different kinds of chips. Okay, so in the first one it says, is Nelson less likely to get plain or nacho? Now, if I say plain or nacho, that means I could do either. So I can add those two together. I can either get plain or I can get nacho, okay? Is that less likely than getting cheddar? Okay, well, cheddar, I know there's 4 in there. Okay, in B it says, am I twice as lucky, and this one's a little tricky, am I twice as lucky as getting cheddar, which is 4, okay, as getting corn, which is 8. Okay, is cheddar twice as likely as corn? In C, it's what's equally likely. Is it equally likely that I'll get corn, which is 8, okay, equally likely as getting plain or nacho? And remember we said that if we're saying it's or, I can have either of them, so I'm adding up that probability. Okay, in the last one, they are just a little bit tricky. They're throwing something else in. They're saying two things have to be true. They're saying that it has to be more likely to have nachos, which is 5, okay, than plain, which is 3. But they're saying also, is it less likely that I have nachos than cheddar? So in that case, you have to have both of those be true. So there's kind of a nice layout of the important words and the numbers from the table that matches the different kinds of chips. Okay, so you need to look through there and see if you can find that answer. On number 30, I'm actually just going to give you the answer. Again, this is the probability. We did one earlier in the week, I think it was Monday, about creating a tree. We're also doing it in our lab, so it's really, really important that I'm sure that you're getting this concept. Okay, so in the coin is going to be either heads or tails. Okay, I'm going to get heads or tails. So I know those are my two choices. On my first, when I'm flipping the coin, I'm either getting a head or I'm getting a tail. Then I'm going to spin the spinner. I spin the spinner. I'm either going to get red, or I'm going to get blue, or I'm going to get green. And no matter what I did, whether I got heads or tails, even if I got tails, it's the same deal. I'm going to get red, or I'm going to get blue, or I'm going to get green. And so you'll notice that that actually is one of the answers they give you. And I'm fine with that. I need for you to understand that that is the choice. On the first spin, I'm getting heads or tails, and on the flipping the coin, and on the second the second thing I'm doing, which is spinning the spinner, I can get either one of the three choices. Okay, and once you finish this, you are done.